What's going on, champions? Welcome back to the channel and happy new year. I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. So right now we're talking about the 2022 money resolutions that you should be making today. So what financial moves should you be making today to position yourself for financial success in 2022? At the end of 2022, where do you want to be financially? Do you want to be winning financially, or do you want to be regretting not making these important moves that we're talking about today? So this video applies to people who really absolutely want to change their financial trajectory. So if you're looking to change the direction, maybe you haven't, 2021 wasn't your best year, or maybe you had a good 2021, right? But you still want to have a better 2022 financially, this video is for you. So if you've been watching yourself and you've been watching your money situation not change, you got to pay close attention to this video. This is not to motivate you or pump you up. This is giving you actionable steps that you can take starting today to become financially empowered and win financially. So more money in the bank, grow your wealth, and be happy. I mean, let's be real. People need cash flow to solve most of the problems that they're having. So let's jump right into it. So again, if this is your first time joining this channel and you have not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now to join this amazing community to stay informed on the helpful tips for your financial wellness and empowerment. Also, share this video with other people to help them get this information quicker. Let's jump right into it. So the very first thing that you're going to be asking right now is, why is this a big deal? I mean, why does this matter? And I've talked about this. If your goal is to be better financially, you got to pay close attention. But if you choose not to improve yourself financially, that's okay. Just give us a thumbs up and you can bounce. Okay, let's jump right into this. So the very first thing that you got to understand when it comes to, making the financial moves and your money resolution is, you have to grow your financial knowledge. You have to take your financial know-how to the next level, right? You have to basically improve your knowledge. Financial literacy is key. So whatever you feel like you know right now, you got to add to it, because that's the only way. The more you learn, the more you earn. So that's a very key thing. You got to learn how money works. And even if you feel like you know how money works, you got to improve your knowledge in other areas. When it comes to planning, wealth planning, when it comes to taxes, when it comes to, investing, savings, and even making more money, you got to, gain these skills and learn more, improve your financial knowledge. So this is very, very important. The knowledge is the key right here. Then next up is number two. And number two is, you got to start a side hustle. For those of you who have been looking for ways to improve your finances, 2022 is the best time. I'm not even trying to exaggerate. Literally, it is the best time to start a side hustle. There are enormous ways to make a lot of money in 2022. And this is not just from a traditional 9-to-5, right? I'm talking about ways to make money from the comfort of your home in your PJs. And I'm going to be doing a video after this one, so you got to stay posted on the best side hustles for 2022. The 7 best side hustles for 2022. I've been researching on this for some time now, and some of them I've tried out myself. So you got to pay close attention and watch that video if you're looking to get into side hustles. And if you already have a side hustle that you have been building and working upon, it's time to double down on it, right? So you got to make sure that your side hustle becomes even more profitable and brings in more income. But you got to have more flows of income. Like I said before, cash flow solves a lot of problems. Positive cash flow solves a ton of problems. So next up here is the 30-day rule for money. I mean, this is maybe not that easy to comprehend, but let me unpack this for a second. This right here tends to tackle impulsive purchases. So if you have the habit of spending on impulse, you go out to the mall, you get your computer or your phone and you're browsing through and you see a sale and boom, you hit purchase. You gotta implement this 30-day money rule when it comes to impulsive spending. So what this means is, when you identify something that you think you need or you want, you gotta give yourself 30 days. So mark that date on your calendar. This comes with discipline, but this is a way to help you, delay gratification and discipline yourself to build more wealth or to put more money in your pocket. So mark the calendar and then wait 30 days. The deal here is within the 30 days, you're gonna have to determine if this stuff is really a want or a need. Do you really need to buy this, and can you live without purchasing this item? That's really what the deal here is with the 30-day rule. So the 30-day rule is something you gotta implement to keep more money in your pocket. Okay, so the number 4 one here we have, the 4th one we have here is creating a budget. This sounds so boring, right? People don't want to create budgets, but here's the truth. Even the government has a budget. The government of the United States has a budget, right? So you think about it, right? A budget basically helps you track your spending. It helps you understand where your money is going. It helps you plan for your financial future. Big institutions, companies, public and private, they all have budgets that they have to work with. So this helps you direct your money accordingly. Just imagine just not having a way to track or to know what you spend your money on. Your money doesn't have any way to guide it. The budget just basically doesn't mean that you have to live so frugal or you have to live like I don't know, like someone who's got no just that you just won't enjoy your life. That's what I'm trying to say. So a budget doesn't mean that you have to live your life, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, right? I just don't want to piss a lot of people off. But the truth remains that most people hate budgeting. But budgeting is the best way to get you on track financially. So you gotta make it your number 1 priority to create a budget and stick to the budget in 2022. Okay, so number 5 here is very important too. Number 5 is to automate your savings. And this can be part of your budget. So when you make your monthly budget, you have to say, this is what I want to save every month. And you got to automate that savings. So if it means your 9-to-5 paycheck, maybe you are an employee, like most people watching this video are still employees. You have to basically have a direct deposit account where your savings hits. The rule is to start off with 10%, right? But if you can do more than 10%, that's fine. So you got to take 10% of your monthly income and put that in a savings account. And this has to be automated. It has to come straight from your employer. So this has to go to that dedicated bank account. And you don't want to be mixing up this bank account with your everyday expenses. This is not an account where you pay your bills from. This is your savings account. So automate your savings. And next up is very similar to automating savings, but this is investing. So when you have enough money saved up, or as you save up, you also got to make it a habit to automate your investing. Investing has never been easier than these days. I mean, you've got so many ways to invest. You've got so many platforms. It's more accessible now to get into the stock market. You've got all the robo apps, the robo investing apps, and you've got the crowd funding and the whole crowdsourcing, the crowdfunding apps that can help you, basically invest your money. And when I say crowdfunding, I'm talking about crowd investing, where people collectively come together to invest their money. I'm not gonna give you any recommendations here, but the point is you have to do the research for yourself. There are so many online platforms and online marketplaces where you can go on and see how to invest your money. But investing your money has to be something that you automate in 2022, because remember, saving your money is fine, but when you put your money to work, investing is just a way to get your money working for you. So saving is the first step. The next step is investing. You got to automate that investment. Map out how many percent or how much of your saved income that you want to invest every month, and that has to be in your budget. So automate your investing. That's the only way to grow your wealth and give you the peace of mind and this solid financial future. Okay, so next up is number 7, and number 7 is one that we've heard of a lot of times but people take for granted, and this is your emergency fund. If you do not have an emergency fund in 2022, you got to stop everything you are doing right now, and including the savings and the investing, and build up your emergency fund. I've talked about emergency fund a few times on this channel. So if you have missed that video on emergency funds, click right here. You're gonna get the step-by-step process, the key things you have to know about setting up an emergency fund and building your emergency savings. So emergency fund is very important because most times the unexpected happens when we don't even think about it, right? That's why it's the unexpected, the unforeseen things, medical emergencies, loss of a job and whatnot, right? So you have to prepare yourself for that. Emergency fund helps save you from those financial disasters that you never saw coming. So you got to make sure that you are in position to handle these unexpected events when they come up. That's your emergency fund. So you got to build that up. And then next up here, number 8 is pay off your credit card monthly. And this goes with your consumer debt. For those of you who have a lot of consumer debt, right? That's the debt that doesn't put money in your pocket. I'm not talking about your mortgage. I'm talking about debt like credit card debt. You got to make sure that you pay these debt off, monthly in full. So your credit card expenses, when you put money on your credit card, when you pay your bills with your credit card, you want to avoid paying interest charges on your credit card balances. So the key thing here is avoid the credit card companies from stealing your money from you by making sure you pay off your credit card on time every month. Good credit habits. This puts you in a better financial shape, and 2022 should be the year when you decide you make it a priority to pay off your credit card on time in full. Because think about it. Most credit card interest charges or interest rates are like 24%, 22%, in the 20s, right? Double digits. And that's a lot of money. That means if you carry over a balance of $1,000, you're looking at $200+ in interest charges. That's a lot of money, right? So you got to quit giving the credit card companies your cash. And that's why I mentioned side hustles. If this is the way to get you to pay off your credit card, you got to do it. You got to get more cash flow, positive cash flow. So by having side hustles outside of your main job, that helps you pay down your credit card debt in full every month. Okay, so next up here is number 9, and this is very important. This goes hand in hand with your credit score, and this is with your credit cards, and this is checking your credit score. So you got to track your credit score. You got to pull your credit report often. Most people don't even understand what's happening with your credit, just like your budget, right? Knowing where your money goes. You got to understand what your credit standing is, because your credit report, your credit score determines a whole lot of things when it comes to your financial situation, the type of car you drive, the kind of place you live, and even sometimes some jobs will have to pull your credit report for the position that you apply for in order to determine if you are the right fit. So you gotta pay attention to your credit score and pull your credit report to see what's going on there. And not even that, right? Not even the opportunities that the credit score gets you. It's just the fact that people could steal your identity. People could be stealing your social security and applying for credits and applying for different loans. So you got to stay on top of things in 2022 to make sure that you are financially secure this year 2022. So last but not the least is number 10. And number 10 is get your full 401k employer match. So for those of you who have a job where your employer offers a 401k match, you got to pay attention to this one. If your employer offers dollar for dollar up to 6%, get that. Be sure to get this full employer match, because not getting this full employer match means that you are leaving money on the table. That's money. That's part of your compensation. Let's be real, that's part of the money. Most people focus on the financial, the cash compensation that they get paid every 2 weeks and their bonus. But truth be told, right, the employer match is part of your financial benefits or your compensation. This benefit package is still part of your annual compensation that you got to pay close attention to. So if you are not taking advantage of the full employer match, you got to start doing that in 2022, because this is a way to secure your retirement, to build your net worth, and to secure your financial future. So again, these are very practical steps, actionable steps. Out of these 10 tips that I've shared in this video today, if you can at least do one of them, just one of them in 2022, and you stick to it till the end of 2022, I guarantee you're going to have a whole lot better financial standing in 2022. You're going to be a lot better off than you were in 2021. So again, if you've enjoyed this video, if you've gained some tips, if you've learned a thing or two, be sure to share this video with other people to help them get this information quicker. It's been real. Stay winning. Keep up with the good financial moves, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.